human beings.
Sorry,
Human
I
beings
just
are
forgot
usually,
to click the
yeah,
recording.
no problem. Human beings are usually so miserable in face of nature and storms and natural disasters. And well, I went to this cafe, which I like, Bezmesh, Ukrainian cafe. I wanted to drink some coffee. And there I saw that this guy from municipality worker, and he said, that's crazy, right? Everything is ruined and deserted. And then he said, I work in a municipality with this facility, like city facility and so on. How do you call it? And I thought, oh, I immediately said, well, what if we can help? What if we can gather up some people and do something to clean? Well, the first thing he answered, we're not going to pay. Jesus Christ. I said, no problem, not a problem. Just bring me some shovels. Bring me some shovels. We will do it. And we gathered up, also with your help and some other activists. We gathered like almost 50 people, and we worked many hours, like almost 4 hours, and we came in the right time, actually between shifts of those street workers, when like first shift was extremely tired and exhausted and the second haven't yet come. We came and we cleaned. We actually digged up almost like 20 benches, which is crazy, just so our listeners know. Like most of the cleaning work is done by technique, like a straight machinery and so on, but human labor is absolutely needed to clean out, to dig out benches and to clean between palms. So that's what we did, and we really covered a great area. I was really happy about that. What a day, what a day. So usually, let me know that this is how we met actually with Sergey. Now, a couple of words about myself. Myself, I'm a computer graphics artist and producer. Yes, I'm doing computer graphics, visual effects, and motion design, also here in Batumi. And we will have a little premiere here with Sergey. So just give you a little intrigue here.
Yes, I'm here because sometimes I have a like relatives speaking a little bit. I put it myself mute. I'm with you, and also want to mention a little bit about the volunteering also because not everybody also know me. You know, because new people add into the community, and every day I meet some new people. So I also been gathering people to clean up the beach, help with the dog shelters, and like with the clothes. Sometimes we have a used clothes that is too small. It's still good. It's too small. It's too big, or we just want to change the wardrobe a little bit, you know. But if you want to just get something new, it's just my opinion. You have to give away. So basically, also was helping, and I was helping. I'm not was. I'm still helping with on a monthly basis. We collect clothes, and I donate to Ukrainian community. So you know, at some point, I really understand the point of giving back. That, you know, can be money, time, energy, whatever you can. And yeah, we've been doing this for a while here in Batumi for like a year and a half. And also like when I saw, because I was planning to do the same. That's the funny part. And now I saw that you just like posted as, hey, let's go. And yeah, we have like also like 5 or 6 people came from our community, and it was beautiful. I also like, you know, as a contributing, Albert Einstein says, live for yourself doesn't make any sense. I've noticed it's getting the pleasure, not pleasure, happiness by helping others. It can be workers because, you know, even that day, whatever I run, even I tried to pick it up some trash from the beach. A couple days ago, I was running and I saw like in the morning, 7 o'clock in the morning, like a woman and like a man and woman, street workers, as you said, older, like maybe in their 70s, 65 years old, you know, like cleaning. And I said to like the friend that we've been running, that's help. Like you just spend like 15 minutes, really help them. Like they would maybe spend them like an hour if you just did it for 15 minutes. That's what I truly believe when you definitely help yourself, but when you help others, gives the sense of meaning and everything. So that's amazing. And I also want to say a few words about you, Alex. When I saw what you do, you know, like your, I don't know how really long it takes for you to produce the kind of videos like you have, but I was really, really impressed. Seriously. And I said, that's cool. I don't know if it's really teachable, but I would love to learn from you also at some point. Maybe you're gonna just show me some tricks, whatever. but it's so cool. And at some point, I believe when 1 plus 1 sometimes can equal 11 when you meet like-minded people. That's what I've noticed. Like, can equal 11, not always. The same is a relationship. The same is a business partnership. The same is like a project in general. So I don't know. I hope to have some connection to gather some other things as a collaboration, because I think we can really do something good for others offline and maybe online at the same time. But not about that right now. If you could just also, because I have a few questions, like I said, about you in general. The number one, I think, is the simplest. If you, because you didn't tell your story a little bit, like, uh, what, what inspired you in general to become a motion designer? Because it's something rare, I think, nowadays.
I have a good answer actually, and by the way, you'd be happy to know that I'm not only working as an artist, but I am also actually teaching, and I happen to be a certified master trainer by Maxon, and there are like 20 people in the world of our rank. Well, of course, other companies have their own certifications, but Maxon covers commercial pipeline, so it's Cinema 4D, ZBrush, Redshift, such kind of programs. Now. Yeah, my story, what actually made me become a motion designer? Well, basically, striving for freedom and how do you call it? Independence. Because when you're making computer graphics, you are actually a one-person studio. Like you are able to. Okay, all videos of this studio I used to work in, and all videos I make, I really captured mostly on iPhone. Like no, okay, not everybody has iPhone, but I do. I happen to have it, and I make my own videos. I make computer graphics into it, edit it, and okay, it is done by one human being, which is cool. Like you're really an independent filmmaker, you can say it that way. And short formats for social media are actually they really suit well in this journey. So I always wanted more independence, but nowadays I actually uh, I'm much more happy in communication with other people and gathering up teams and making some team effort, both in work and in life.
That's so interesting. Like I said, I really didn't know that you teach, because I would love to learn. So definitely we're gonna connect on that part 100%, because I think it's one of the skills. And nowadays, again, as you said, short format with the iPhone kind of simple caption, and then you can add it something from not from something to from nothing to something. Can really make all the difference. So like definitely, I'm really interested, and you have results that you don't have to, like, you just impress, and I would love to learn from you 100%. And but again, just I would love also would dig a little bit deeper, maybe like 5, 10 years ago. Maybe just can tell about your like past. Maybe had some, I don't know, with the video cameras. Why you end up with, editing and cool capturing some cool things with the videos in general. Love to hear the story.
Well, actually, I always wanted to become a film director, and well, I have all the possibilities to do so. And actually, I happen to direct many advertisements and short movies, and I'm like a legit art director and movie director, advertisement director.
Like
So
Spielberg Jr.
yeah, but. Mm, haven't directed any feature long movies yet, but maybe it shall come. I would prefer to be a showrunner one day. So I have a big dream like becoming a showrunner for Netflix, and maybe it would be really great to make something here in Georgia, because Georgian culture, it is actually my culture. I happen to be Georgian, I'm Kartveli. So when I came here, when war started, I emigrated immediately from Moscow to this to my homeland, to my Mtavari. And I really love that here in Batumi, we all live in peace and friendship and love, like all immigrants from everywhere, along with Georgians. Like, this is a big thing for me.
It's so really interesting, because I didn't know that you are from Georgia. Seriously, that is so cool. And you said about some projects potentially can be in Georgia, because you told me you have maybe some ideas to do some projects about Batumi or Georgia it's in general. If you could just step a little, maybe share some ideas, maybe have some in your mind, because I told you also, if possible, I would love to be part of this somehow, because I think it sounds something.
Oh, Sergey, I would have to ask you to repeat your question. My internet connection wasn't stable. Could you
Sure.
please?
Yeah, I can ask. You mentioned in our private chat that you would love also to do something, some projects in Batumi, like Batumi or like Georgia in general. Maybe have some ideas already,
Yes,
because
exactly.
I would love to be a part of this also. Like if any help or something, I would love to really try to get from the inside these things.
Oh, this is a great idea, and you happen to have some valuable resources like this camera crane or simply time of yours. You can shoot something good. You can participate in creative, making this, coming up with those creative ideas, and so on. Maybe gathering up some people. Yeah, sure, man. We can talk about it. I'm open to any cooperation. And like you have seen perhaps my old video, which I made in Batumi 1 year ago, where I inflate
Yes,
the
that's
Shera.
so cool.
It's hilarious there. Well, now I'm actually doing something much more simple, but not easy. Simple but not easy. So, and maybe I can even show you if you allow me to share my screen. I will
Yeah,
show a
one
little
sec,
bit.
one sec, one sec, one sec, one sec.
It's in the security settings.
Hold on. Share multiple. So you are able to share. Oops, sorry. You
Yep, now I perhaps I can do it. Yeah, and I made it. Okay, let's see what is going on here, everybody. So basically, this
wow.
is an edit of it would be a short, like 12 seconds video, and I decided to go with a landmark. It is always a good idea when you're making a viral video to go with noticeable landmarks that good for sightseeing and so on. So I came up with this idea of using Meridian Tower. You can actually see that there is a text already tracked in, and well, it took some time because you have, to cut those layers which
Yeah.
are obscuring, and then you have to, I will show you quite quickly and quite briefly some steps of it. So then you have maybe to use different programs in order to track a surface. In this case, this is a 2D planar tracking.
Uh-huh.
And there I...
Oops. Oops. I think Alex. Hopefully Alex still with us.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yep, you back.
So yeah, let's get back. Could you actually try to guess what is gonna happen there, where the text is?
Uh, Maybe it's gonna be like as a balloons and it's gonna go up.
Yeah, so they're gonna be something like that. They're gonna be a gigantic Hinkali. A gigantic Hinkali is gonna float, and it actually gonna hit this little uh, thing. So this wheel, it'll actually turn, do a couple of turns. It'll be great and funny. Yes, I'll be able to do that. Okay, and I will show you this Hinkali because this is the simplest idea you can actually come up with. Georgian cuisine is iconic and Hinkali is iconic. And I
Mhm.
actually saw some videos on the internet with those floating Hinkalis, which were bad, just, okay, not beautiful, not cool. And when it happens like that, we have a culture in our professional circle to say, okay, maybe artist did whatever he could, but budgets and timings, everything is hard. No, but when we talk about Hinkali, I blame artists. You have to take responsibility. So, and how I made my Hinkali, quite easy. I started with this base mesh. I twisted it a little bit more. So then I actually made this more uniform kind of mesh. And then I actually took it and, for example, you can take and start sculpting and add irregularities by doing, let me show you. Yeah, you can sculpt like that. You can add some irregularities, just push it more like that. You can maybe inflate some of these parts and so on, just to make the form more organic and actually work on the silhouette and so on. Then the next stage was that I created this like there are some technical aspects that are important, so you gotta have this proper topology and wireframe consistent only of quads of those polygons of only 4 corners. And then when you have it, you can actually push it even step forward. And here, let me show you. So one more thing you have to think about when you're doing Hinkali is that actually it is thick. So there are 2 layers. There is this inside layer where you would also like to put something. And when you do so, then I will show you how it will look. You should also work on your materials. So let me show you. Now the magic will happen. The magic will happen. Okay. I'm starting my render.
And how long it took for you to edit this video?
To edit this video, like a couple of days, I suppose. The whole video would take something of a week in production. You know, like on free time. This is not a
Yeah,
commercial
yeah, yeah.
work. So when you're making Hinkali, it is really important to work on your material, and most people do mistakes actually. So I will show you that. Most people do mistake. They absolutely ignore this subsurface scattering effect. It is a bit technical, but they end up looking like a plastic, like they
Mhm.
are from plastic, just like that, absolutely lifeless. This won't work. You have to add this effect, which, you know, when light penetrates something organic, the light scatters inside and actually passes through a little bit and goes in many directions. So that is why we have this like soft form when it goes through the surface. And then I tracked this shot. Basically, I will show you. So here we have, for example, one shot is almost done, almost ready. I will show you how it looks. Yeah, like that. It looks great if you can see it on my screen. It looks really epic.
Wow,
Epic.
that is so
Yeah,
really
and you can see there
real.
is some good lighting and condensation. Yeah, it will look real. There will be also some reflections then composed. Like this is a part when you you do 3D animation and then you render it out, and then you do your editing and compositing software. In my case, blend it better with the video with some reflections, shadows, and so on. So if you want to see a final result, consider subscribing on my Instagram. So Sergey will
Yeah, yeah, we're
share
gonna add
it
it
with
up.
you. Yeah, also a good idea always to film people's reactions on what you're doing. So this always works really well. So
Mhm.
I found some people and I literally ask, okay, imagine Big Hinkali over there. Now go action. They didn't hesitate. Like they immediately went full method. They went full method acting immediately.
But
Yeah, that
the
was fun.
but can we okay, because I didn't see the maybe it was just too fast. I didn't s So basically we have this video uploaded, like with the actions in everything. Can we see it? Because I see only text right now. And instead of text, it's gonna be Kinkale.
Yeah, but you can see those people. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, their reaction is there, but I
Ah, okay.
haven't made other shots yet.
Ah,
I'm only working on this second
gotcha.
shot. Well, but I made this asset of Hinkali today. It took lots of work. It looks realistic. It looks beautiful.
Yes.
It reflects light in a good way. And also there is something inside. So you can see there are some objects inside which actually
Not
kind
visible.
of meet. Oh, I will show you. It's here on the left part of the screen. So I put some objects inside, so they also interact with lighting.
Okay. That's so cool.
And when you are making computer graphics, you always have to consider so many things like that. You should really dig deep into details and imagine, okay, how it would have worked in a real world, in a real physical setting, and so on. So basically, we're making trickery and fun stuff. We're doing some magic and tricks, but we should always mind, okay, how reality actually works. This is what I love about my profession. You have to dig deep into reality, like perceive it.
And which apps do you use? How many like apps do you have to have? So you have rendering and graphic design in one, then shooting on a like iPhone or like whatever. So can you just share some apps or
Yeah, totally. I can quite easily share my screen once again, and you can easily see here that I have Cinema 4D
uh-huh.
as my main 3D application. Then I have whole Adobe pack, which I pay for. Then I have Marvelous Designer for creating clothes and Cascador for animation, some tracking programs. Sometimes you'd like to track your camera movement in other programs and other softwares.
Wow.
Blender is an alternative 3D package that is free, and I always advise it to newcomers because it is free actually, and it is great. And I pay for a crazy amount of programs. There are also some additional applications that I use in my day-to-day work. So it always takes like $200 a month. I always spend on my software only. But I am happy because I'm not paying for Cinema 4D because I'm a VIP member of their Maxon training team. So this is good.
And that's amazing, you know, and because it's and how long have you been working as a motion designer?
It was like we can easily say it's 7 years. Yeah, 7 years,
Years.
something like that. Seven,
And
8 years.
so did you go to university with subjects on that kind?
Well, we were really close. Actually, I studied as a cinema producer in a great university of cinematography.
Oh.
Actually, it happened to be absolutely fantastic. In good days in Russia, we had this VGIK cinematography university.
Mhm.
Nowadays, it's not so good, but I took some good education out of there about the whole like cinematic process overall, and then I chose to specify exactly in computer graphics and happened to become an artist myself, and I started from internship in animation studio that produced this kids movie called Fixiki. So I worked on the full feature movie of Fixiki and created 3D objects and so on. And then I dived into advertising and switched many studios and started teaching myself.
Yeah.
Inevitably, yes, it was a long way, but it always provided me what I was looking for: independence and freedom, ability to make money. Like the only thing you really gotta have is expensive computer. Okay, computer has to be expensive, but I managed to do stuff with a laptop. Like you can have an expensive laptop and you can take it with you to another country and you can work still. Nowadays, all you need is the laptop and internet.
And connection to internet. That's so true. And I think
This
it
is a miracle.
nowadays it is the new normal. And new normal. And also I think at some point it's you have to also love what you do. Because at some point you will be able to do it not as long and not enough time. Because I think at some point you do it at the main idea because you love it, because you just really get you see the end result and you're inspired by
Absolutely.
other things, you know, whatever. That's so cool. And how you also, like you said, you switch to the like a short, specifically like short videos, because right now social media like a TikTok and everything just kind of become as a 15-20 seconds length. So like our attention span as a human really get lower and lower. So just like, you know, even the movie for like 2 hours was just like 2 hours. So in which like brands maybe like that everybody would know you've been working with, like advertisement, and maybe have some interesting, like, I don't know, results, like impressions, click to actions, whatever, just something that you like proud of.
Yes, I'm proud because I actually participated in construction and birth of a great studio that makes these kinds of videos.
I hope we're not lost
Yes,
Alex.
I'm back. I'm
Okay.
back. I'm back. I'm back. Let's go. I will answer. I heard your question. Yes, I am totally proud because I have lots of students, and we happened to work during last year in one studio, and we made so many great advertising for Netflix. We made for Meta. We made for Amazon Prime. We made for HBO. We made all major brands you can imagine. We made Porsche. We made
Yes.
L'Oreal, and really, this is a studio of immigrants and artists just like me, and like we made it. This is absolutely great. So I had a great year, but now I actually left the studio because I always say that true artist and a true magician should always pursue something more, something more. Like I made a great progress in these short videos. Now I'm going to make something different. Like this is always good to take new trials. And it is not simply about stepping out of your comfort zone. Well,
Uh-huh.
first of all, you gotta have one. You have to be happy to have a comfort zone in these times. You better have one comfort zone, okay? And then you maybe decide maybe to leave it or not. Okay. I I am happy because I had one, and now I'm actually following my adventure, my own journey, my life journey, and this is a great, great opportunity. So my call to action would sound like that: comfort and security and mundane, like day to day going on, actually doesn't make us happy.
Hmm.
What really makes us happy is confidence and how do you call it, like bravery. Yeah, bravery and
Boldness.
confidence. So then you know that you can handle everything, and everything is in right hands. So, and then you also become calm because of that, and simply confident. This, you have confidence all on all levels when you're brave, when you're like you're ready to face trials.
Yeah,
It is
brave.
always scary. It is
Since
inevitably scary.
Yeah, and also have few quotes. I just have bravery, or it's like synonym boldness, that you just like, let's go. Whatever happens, let's go. We'll figure this stuff out in the process. And another one, I love the quote about confidence. I've heard from one person and it really tricked me and just, ooh, that's so good. He said, usually confidence comes with competence. So you can just trigger yourself like, I'm confident.
Competence. That's right.
You know, confidence comes with the competence, because some people use, I am Muhammad Ali. Do you know his
Yes.
story?
Sure.
He was like, I'm the king, I'm the greatest, I am, and actually he became. You can just pump yourself, not just with the
Yeah.
words, with the words and actions 100%, but again, you can just say. That's a lot of people, like, sometimes they listen some affirmations or something and nothing really happen, because it's not about just saying, it's about also doing. Saying is also important, but without action, it's like, leads to the to not
That's right.
disruption, whatever. And so cool. And that's like, I totally agree with you that. But also, recently I watched the podcast, which also intrigued me about happiness. I have also, like, not my definition, it's what I've heard. The Oprah Winfrey and Arthur Brooks, they connected together, they created a book called about Art of Living. And the key pillars of this book about happiness, he said, you cannot be really happy without four things: faith, family, friends, and job which you serve, that you serve others. I said, dude, that just make more sense, you know? Anyway,
Yes, I completely
face,
agree.
friends, family, and
I
job
completely agree.
for others. That was good. Uh, about your future projects and everything, definitely we're gonna just, post, and I'll be able to talk a little bit like, more if you don't want to tell. But if you've been working with advertisement in general, what do you see key points in a short, videos to videos go viral, like for virality in a short format? What do you see like usually really important?
Uh, I will share secrets with you, yeah, without any problems. So you must determine your goal. Short videos like that, they will not tell much about your product. They are only for building engagement
Mm,
and building brand awareness. So you're making an impact, just like in your podcast, like impact people. Okay, if you want to describe your product in its key points and so on, you need another format. You need something else. But if you're making a viral video, okay, then this is your goal: building engagement and um, trying to impact and impress as much people as possible. Try to make it short, try to make it beautiful, and that's basically it. You have to prioritize. You have to cut everything what is unnecessary. You
mhm.
have to make a short, simple narrative, as short as possible, and uh, you better make it. You know, you better make it with the soul, so that people actually want to share this content.
Yeah.
Uh, Not because of this is an advertising of some product. No, because this is a beautiful video. And also one key ingredient, you try to make it realistic, but you also, when you're coming up with a creative idea, you're trying to imagine something that, well, it can be in reality, or can't it, or it can't. Oh, and people usually thinking, is it real or not? We don't know. Maybe this is a big installation, so maybe a floating Khinkali can be real. Maybe, yes, theoretically it can be real. And it makes people wonder, like, is this real? And they keep rewatching your video.
To understand if it's
Uh-huh,
real or not.
uh-huh. Yeah, yes, that's right.
That's
So
interesting.
those are some key points.
I
Yeah.
would love to also add, because I also have some experience with editing, not specifically motion and design and create something crazy, but about storytelling, about like those things. I really have, like, I edited myself more than 2,000 videos. Also been working with the ads, and I've been spending money on the ads behind. So also for those people who don't understand, what's up, Natalia? We have some people already on a couple social medias. Um, why brands build the awareness first? I just want to clarify also. Maybe Alex will agree. Usually you run ads and try to make as viral as possible. It's good because then when it's virality, when people comment, like, and share, your cost per click or per impression is really low. So you can put more money to reach more people. And then you do retargeting. That's the key point. When you do retargeting, because when it's big brands, yes, everybody knows, and then they'll have on a third or fourth act, like an ad, they're gonna give you call to action, the sale or something. But if it's new brands, for example, like Alex, I think it's really with a motion like this, catch the attention for new brands and then retarget them because it's so cheap and the people already engaged. It is so like a really good strategy to really like
Yes,
for
you're right.
launching.
So you can see you're working smart on many levels at once. So you figure out next steps. You're not only making a product, but you also take some responsibility about its further life and about how it goes, what happens next with this media, and so on. And you try to utilize as much instruments as possible, like social media, targeting, and so on. So yeah, this is smart. You should always have lots of instruments at your fingertips.
Mhm.
Professionalism is knowing all those hundreds of way of making your job done, of finishing your process. So this is a professionalism, like knowing all those ways. But mastery actually is when you are able to find the best combination. and you can do it real quick. So this is a mastery. We should
You,
all pursue this mastery.
you pursue the mastery right now. That's what I'm talking about.
Sure.
Because also about mastery, I would love to add one point, and then gonna come back to what I was saying. You know who's Rockefeller? Like was one of
Yeah,
the
sure.
richest man in the United
Obviously.
States in the 19th century. He wrote the letter to his son, and he said, and then nobody know. And when he died, somebody found this in in a office, and it was to his
Letter,
son.
yeah.
He said, "You have to find one thing that you wanna spend all your life and become master. That's it. Find one thing, spend all life, and become master of this." That's exactly what you were saying. Really interesting. Um, and I know you're gonna really be. I don't know. Again, just who like, do you see Steve Jobs as an inspiration for you, like a Pixar, like a company that he created?
Yes, sure, absolutely, because he participated in creation of Pixar. There were a couple of more people really important involved in this process. Those were John Lasseter, their main animation director, and Edwin Catmull, who was a computer graphics pioneer. And there was a time when everyone in Disney mocked Edwin Catmull because Disney's masters said, oh, computer animation won't be a thing, never, it has no soul, this is stupid, what you're doing is not beautiful. And then, okay, flash forward to 30 years later, Edwin Catmull is not only a president of Pixar, he's also a president of Disney Animation.
That I didn't know
Well,
this.
he's also a
Shut.
legitimate scientist.
That's so cool. And who inspires you? Like as a big people, who inspires you?
Oh, many people like Buddha. I know Jordan Peterson really inspires me.
Fell through of
Some
life.
good artists. Yeah, really like those guys. Like also Robert Sapolsky and more
Really,
scientists
dude,
and
dude.
artists and directors.
I read
Yes,
his book a couple days ago about behave.
Behave is a great book. Absolutely love it. Can recommend to absolutely anyone.
That's so damn cool. Yeah, I'm just gonna come back very quickly to the
And
video short.
obviously directors like Pixar directors and so on.
That's so. You are the first person as a motion designer that I know like close. It's usually like some out of me, but I really happy and excited to really connect a little bit more with those people because I truly believe it's the future. It is right now, but even more in the future. About also like quick come back to the video editing. I would say really important captures. Like whatever you say, it has to be captured. Has to be had like a hook or like quick description what's going on because again like a 5-10 minutes sometimes
Yeah.
people don't. For example, in your situation, people like you just shock them like what like what. So people watch more to understand if it's true, as you said. In my type of videos, people usually don't really rewatch a couple of times. But in the first like 3-5 seconds, they have to understand what's up. If they don't, they just really go. And it's very
Absolutely.
important to have a
Absolutely.
hook, like a headline, and a quick 1 or 2 sentences, what's going on. Then people can really look, okay, what's up? And also like a quick pace, like between 3 and 5 seconds, fast editing that people can really engage more. And another point is right now to adjust the clips and music itself, match them together. There's going to be like beeps, some stops, can really like as a clip, as a music clip. As I see big trend in that particular situations. That's so interesting. We have a couple more. I don't really want to hold back Alex because I promise we're not gonna really spend a lot of time. He's busy and everything, but I'm really grateful for his time really to connect. And I just really excited potentially. I have few ideas. I would love to kind of connect with you and get a feedback from you, and maybe we'll be able to connect and work out somehow. Um,
Yeah,
uh,
we're gonna hang out, and I'm also really happy that okay, we really established this connection because obviously you know a thing or two about storytelling and visual narratives, and this is like all my life. If you ask who am I, well, yes, computer graphics artist and so on, but the main thing is storyteller, a visual storyteller. And this is the thing we basically share in common. So you completely understand all those things I am saying, and I understand you. This is cool. This is always a pleasure.
Yeah. And I wanted to say, if you can share, for example, two questions, quick. If anybody would love to learn the skill that you have, what would you recommend, like to do maybe three first steps? Like become a motion designer. If they see this a potential, the whatever, three steps, what would you do if you would be beginner, newber?
Okay, if you have a computer which is decent enough, so maybe you play some games on it, then it is decent enough. You can use it to start. You just download Blender. It's completely free. You download Blender and you find Donut tutorial by Andrew Price. So everybody does that. So this is basically your start in 3D. Now, regarding motion graphics and motion design, so I actually I have a course myself. It is currently only available in Russian language. But it is in our Russian speaking school, and we had like everybody. We had people from Ukraine, Belarus, always all together. And it is called Volnitsa. So if you're a Russian language speaker, you can always try to Google Volnitsa. And we have a free course on After Effects, which is actually taught by me. Yeah, I'm the teacher on that free course. Jumpstart in After Effects. So those are basics. So those are the things you can do. Blender and try to learn some After Effects, like
After
on
Effects.
free
And
courses.
can you also give some tips, because a lot of people right now try to use the copycat, like the uh, After Effects, all these tools. Do you recommend try to kind of pay for this, or try on the beginning specifically, just try to kind of find the keys and work, find some ways not to pay, but eventually when you start making money of this, is better to pay. What's your point on the
Yes,
tracking?
I believe that you're right. You know, in most like first world countries, let's say, there are educational licenses that are tied to some facilities that are available to most people. If this possibility to obtain a student's license, educational license, which is cheap or free, if you're unavailable to get it, then yes, obviously I shall encourage you to find ways to get some tools for free. I will not actually give you any hints. You have to figure it out yourself. But then, as soon as you start making money, I highly recommend you to pay for your tools because it gives you such a boost in motivation. You close this loop. Like
Mhm.
you use your instruments. When you pay for them, they pay back. They immediately pay you back. Trust me. And I paid for all my software before I got my VIP license.
That's so good. I totally agree. So I already write it down just as a point of Blender. It's a free for 3D, and
Yep.
Donut tutorial. It's a free that they have to learn the 3D. And then Volnitsa, they have After Effects free tutorial courses. And if you are able to get educational licenses, also use it. But when you just start to make money, try to kind of close the loop, and definitely everything will come back. And if you can recommend three books or three movies or something that really change your perspectives, mind for the better, you can just share also, it would be cool.
Yeah, sure. If we are speaking about, because as we are speaking about animation and cinematography and so on, I will obviously recommend you what it is called in English. So it is a book by Edwin Catmull. Uh about Pixar, which is called Creativity Inc. Creativity Inc. Корпорация гениев. You should really read this book, Creativity Inc. It is beautiful. It will give you so many insights of how Pixar was created, of their method, and so on. Well, what else I can recommend? Oh, there are many things. There are many books that I'm reading. Oh, Atomic Habits. I'm currently reading Atomic Habits. I totally recommend this
Yes.
book. One of the best books, nonfiction that I read. Like it has this beautiful, beautiful balance between science and like easygoing motivational stuff. It is really good. Like I read ton of books like that. This one is almost the best. And I encourage you to read it, like if you're really smart, to try reading Brain That Changed Itself by Norman Deutsch. It is a bit more professional into neurophysiology, but also quite entertaining. Well, this is my hobby, like psychology and neurophysiology. I'm recommending it. Why not? Yeah,
Brain that
that
changed
might be
itself.
it. Yeah, brain that changes itself. So it is always good to have some insights about learning. If you'd like to learn computer graphics, you better know how actually brain works. So it'll help you
Mhm.
inevitably. Now, regarding movies, watch everything that you like, watch as much as possible, and try to watch different things. Like uh, if you're never watched anime series, go and watch some. Start with Hayao Miyazaki. If you never watched a horror movie, well, consider some security measures and go try and watch some. So you better widen up yourself. Try to look at different genres. Try
Mm.
to actually
Not
expand yourself.
so not kind of not being like black and white. Be like,
Yes,
let me.
absolutely. Try to expand yourself. If you never seen black and white movie, before sound era, like Charlie Chaplin's movie, go and watch it. Go and watch silent movies if you never watched ones. Because
That.
they are amazing. They are absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, I wanna right now. I want to go and just again because of curiosity. I just see, a couple days, not days, like weeks ago, I just really met one guy and he really changed my perspective of like education itself. He said, I don't care about age. I care about curiosity. People in 50, 60, 70 can be as curious as students in 15, 20, and whatever. It was so interesting. And I see how you curious and to learn, expand, and world so much to learn. As you know, Elon Musk says about like some people ask him like, "What is the purpose of life?" He said, "It's not the right question." He said, "We have to ask because he said because the purpose and land it's an answer, and we have to expand our consciousness to ask the right questions to have an answer as the Earth." I said, "Dude, what the heck?"
Yes. This is
So deep.
exactly how Buddha Gautama used to say when he received some questions. He just said, just work on your liberation, just work on your consciousness. You will have all the answers. You will have all the answers. They will
Mhm.
simply come.
So good. Again, I just really wanted to say I'm thankful, grateful, and excited really to connect with you, Alex, a little bit. Uh, I just really get to know you a little bit more, and I like, dude, yes, yeah, I truly believe something can really happen. You are amazing, contagious, smart, intelligent, and hungry for more in life. That's also important to really something. I truly believe that in the near future, you're gonna be in the Netflix, and maybe you're gonna be part of the like some statement, and you're gonna create and capture a lot of memories with really people who change or changing the world for the better. And I think you're gonna be part of that 100%. So
Thank you so much, Sergey. I was really happy and I'm grateful as well. You're a great host. You're like really sharing this happy spirit. Thank you so much for it. Thank you for
have a
having
good
me.
one. See you soon. See you around, guys. And also, if you have any all the questions, all the notes, what the Alex recommended, I'm gonna leave down below. Let's three. This is like we do usually have a countdown timer. So like when the rock us to the space, we have like five, four, three, two, one. Let's go. Have a good one, guys. Seriously, love everybody. Hope you have a good one and see you guys soon. Alex, again, thank you so much. See you around. Let's go.